Hi guys, it is currently 3:04 p.m. on Wednesday. I finally released some emotion. I say finally because I didn't want to. But I need to be honest with myself, and it wasn't like the emotion came out of nowhere, but it was like a friend sent me something talking about the body and what it means when your legs feel really, really heavy, and it hit, you know. So I have to be honest that after I released a little bit of emotion, I feel a little bit of energy returning. I'm also drinking, my water. I don't think it's just to give myself like whatever to. It's not that if I'd done this exact thing yesterday, I'd feel like yesterday had to happen too. I had to have that full day of at least trying to rest. But another thing I came up with in the end is to stop the hemorrhaging of the energy is instead of, even though I want to, I prefer to, but right now we're in SOS mode, And so instead of cleaning up every single time we make something on the weekend, I'm just going to tell myself, stick it in the sink, go lay down. I mean, if I'm feeling like this, and then at like 4 o'clock or something, then both of you guys clean it up. Because what was happening was I was getting stuck downstairs for hours because it's like we'd make something and then we'd eat it and then we'd clean it up, and then I'd make something and eat it and clean it up. And that is preferred, but right now it is true that that's a lot more energy, because also I think there was a part of me that's like, she's just going to make another mess, so it's just never going to end. And I just feel like it's this like, what's that called, Can't think of the word right now. Not vortex, but whatever it's called. That's how I know I'm tired. But I'm also, my book last night was talking all about how all suffering is resistance. And so I think I'm resisting being tired, which is causing suffering. But like I said, another thing is like, I'm just going to tell myself, at least for the rest of this week, if it's not on fire, like, don't stress about it, I want to stay on top of everything, but that's what I have to realize. Is this a lack of motivation? Is this being lazy? Or is this your body is, like, collapsing? And so the body's collapsing. And the next step would be the hospital, where I literally can't, do anything, and I'd have a big bill, right? So just reminding myself of the facts, so that this like mind over matter, it's like only when, it's hard to explain, but so I'm finding where the energy leaks are, is my point. And I've had to get like this before, where I literally am like, sit down instead of standing all the time. Sit. Like, do whatever you can. It's like having the flu. It's like only so much you can do, especially if you're going to try to gain energy back. So that being said, am I tired after releasing emotion? Yes. But do I feel like I've had some breakthroughs? Yes, So I don't want to do this. I do. I want the results. This is, it's very fragmenting. But the facts are, like I said, if you're trying to do something for yourself, something small, like self-care of some sort, or even just lay down and you struggle, I'm reminding myself, and that's something to look into rather than just be like, well, I guess I just never get to lay down. Because it's not going to happen. You're eventually going to crash unless you're sleeping at night well. But so, like I said, tonight will be the fourth night of reading. So that will be, at least I'm not sabotaging myself. I'm trying not to. I'm trying so hard. And like right now, my brain's like, oh, what about the rent? It's like, that's not on fire. That can be even this weekend. Stop. So the good thing about me can also be the problem or the struggle, which is that when my brain wants to get something done, it can, like, I don't lack motivation. But right now I'm having to choose between things. I do not have the energy to do it all. I just literally don't. So, going back to the basics. And another thing I thought of today, when I finally let myself feel the frustration a bit, is when my daughter comes home and she just fire hoses at me, I can say, hey, I am really exhausted, so if there's something that you need me to remember or do something, please write it down. Because she's basically offloading her brain into mine, but my brain's already, like... So that's going to be good too. So I'm also kind of trying to break through that of, just write everything down at this point. Isn't that what people do, is they have like Post-its everywhere? So this is when I get like loopy because I'm so tired, which is kind of fun, but it's not it's not productive. But hey, at least I'm laughing, That's what I have to tell myself too. It's like, just laugh about it and just realize that, it's kind of like trying to go to the gym with a broken leg and running on the treadmill. It's like, it's not going to happen. So, that being said, I'm going to I guess lay down a bit longer and then get ready for my daughter being home and just keep going. I don't know. I'm so tired. But that's because my brain's still trying to figure everything out. So it's like, I was going to say I'll take some magnesium, but I wonder if that's going to make me more tired. I might just try that. But anyway, okay. Love you guys.